Your syllabus likely includes a section on grading distribution, but how do you actually set up your grading system in Brightspace? In this video, we will guide you on how to configure the grade distribution in Brightspace using the percentage grading system. This process involves 3 steps. 1. Selecting the weighted grading system. 2. Creating and assigning weights to categories. 3. Nesting individual assessments within the categories and manually adding weights/points. You can use the video progress bar to jump to the chapter you might be interested in. Step 1. To select the weighted grading system in Brightspace, click on the Grades link on the top navbar. Select the Manage Grades tab, and you will find all the assessments that need to be graded. Click on the Settings icon at the top right corner. Go to the Calculation Options tab. Select the Weighted option under the Grading System section. Then click Save. Step 2. To create and assign weights to categories on the grades, click on the top navbar and then select the Manage Grades tab. Click on the New button. Select Category. Name the category after one of the components of the grade distribution, as stated in your syllabus, for example, essays. Enter the category weight. In our example case, we enter 35 in the weight box. Note that you should enter the number without the percentage sign. Scroll down to find the distribution section. Here are 3 options. For our category named Essays, we will choose the Manually Assign Weight to Different Assessments option. This option lets you manually add the weight of each assessment toward the final grade. In our example, Essay 2 is worth more than Essay 1. Once you are done with all the settings, click Save and Close. Repeat the process of creating a category for each component of the grade distribution from your syllabus. Our next example will be creating the exams that will account for 55% of the final grade. We will choose the Distribute Weights by Points across all items in the category option that automatically adjusts the importance of each assessment according to its maximum possible points value. So, assessments with more possible points will have a bigger impact on the final grade. In our example, the midterm has fewer possible points than the final exams. Finally, we will create the Discussions category and distribute weights evenly across all individual discussion topics. Altogether, discussions will be worth 10%. Click Save and Close to save your changes. Step 3. Once you are done with creating all categories, you can nest individual assessments within the corresponding category and manually add weights/points. Select all assessments by clicking the first box under Bulk Edit. Click on Bulk Edit. Click on the arrow at the top right corner. Assign the proper category to each individual assessment. Click Save. Let's go back to each category and weigh the individual assessment. Choose the Essays category, Essay 1 and Essay 2. Click on Bulk Edit. We will manually enter the weight in the weight. In this case, Essay 1 weighed 45% and Essay 2 weighed 55%. They will equal 100% in the Essays category. Click Save. Next, choose the exams category, midterm, and final exam. Click on Bulk Edit. We will enter the points manually to match the syllabus. In this case, the midterm is graded 70 points. The final exam is graded 100 points. Once you are done, click Save. Lastly, choose the final category named Discussions and its assessment, Discussion 1 and Discussion 2. You will find they are automatically assigned evenly because of our previous setting. Click Save. In this video, we start by selecting the weighted grading system in Brightspace, creating and assigning weights to categories, and finishing by nesting individual assessments within categories and manually adding weights/points. One final reminder: always ensure that the total of all weighted categories adds up to 100%.